You're listening to the Fear in the Southwest podcast. Hey everybody, welcome to the Fear in the Southwest podcast. How y'all doing? I know it's been a little bit. We've had a little bit of scheduling delays and some changes, but we're back. So yeah, today's subjects. What do we got? I'm going to talk about a haunted hotel I worked at. Right here in Tucson, Arizona. In the desert. But I can't tell you, but I mean, it starts with the A, ends with the T. Y'all figure that one out. It's a loft. It's by the university. Spooky area. If you know what I mean.
I've seen a lot of things in that area.
Oh, have you?
Especially the parking lot.
The parking lot there. Sketchy. Bukkake, anybody? Told you, it's university property. The shit you see there, cray. Anyways, that wasn't very family friendly, now was it?
You said bukkake?
We did, didn't we? It slipped. That's what she said. Is this train wrecking already?
A little bit.
Let's get this train back on course then, shall we? Anyways, let's go back. I don't know. Don't mind the dogs in the background. They're wrestling all of a sudden because, you know, it's 10 o'clock at night. It's wrestling time. Woo! Get it. Oh, nope, they're tired of it. Anyways, once again, this train has just gone all over the fucking place, so...
Definitely different city.
Let's go back to, I don't know, what year was it? It's probably about 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, so we're taking a train to the past?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do
That's
that.
when I worked there.
Oh, that's right.
Kind of hard for me to be there currently, you know?
I was just thinking about...
I mean, I could. I did leave on good terms, so I could theoretically be there. But I'm not. Anyways, wow. Anyways, I got hired on as an engineer at this brand new hotel. Now, mind you, brand new means it was gutted to its bones and rebuilt. It was a $26 million or something renovation, something like that. Don't quote me on the exact numbers. So they gutted this building that's been here since the 70s to its concrete bones. Because, you know, they said the building's got good bones. We better keep it. So that's what they did. They knocked down the second floor pool and said, fuck that, we don't want that anymore. We're making that a backyard.
A backyard on the second floor?
No, the pool's on the second floor. But to have the backyard on the first floor, they got to get rid of the pool deck. And it looked kind of cheesy, I guess. But anyways, man, I cannot keep on subject. We are like 3 minutes in this episode, and people are like, where's the ghost stories? Where is it, huh?
Show me.
This is Andrew, by the way. I don't know if I introduced myself in the beginning.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is going to be a wild episode. Brace yourselves. Okay, so, got hired on as an engineer. I have a brand new hotel. Now, mind you, when I got hired and started, the place hadn't opened yet. And one of our jobs was to inspect every room, punch list them, make sure the contractors did all their stuff. So there was 3 of us working at the time. 3 of us, 3 engineers. And the chief engineer was, you know, in his office. And so we did all the field work, and I trained with the contractors and stuff like that. So I was assigned the 7th, 6th, and 5th floor. Those are my 3 floors to go to every room and make sure the contractors didn't miss anything. Have any of you guys ever been in a hotel? Have you been in a hotel?
I've been in a hotel a couple times.
Yeah. You know how loud those doorknobs are?
Yeah.
You know,
You can hear him down the hallway.
Yeah. I'm on the 6th floor. I'm the only person on the 6th floor. And I hear one of the doors go like someone's opening. I'm like, well, who's here? I'm the only one supposed to be up here right now. What's going on? So I open the door to that room because, you know, I got a key to everything. I could just zappy-doo-dah and off I go. Nobody's in the room. So that's kind of my first experience there. And there was nobody. Like I said, I was on the 7th, 6th, and 5th floor. The other guys were 1st floor, 2nd floor, 3rd, and 4th. And I was doing the top 3 floors while they were doing a lot of common area stuff. So, yeah. So this stuff starts progressing. Like, you know, we open. And then one time, this housekeeper, I come out of the elevator, right? There's on the guest side. And this housekeeper just fucking staring me down. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? What? She's like, there was a guy behind you, but now he's not there. I'm like, oh. Ain't nobody there now. Weird. You ever have the hair stand up the back of your neck? Yeah. I was like, well, because she had like this look of like fear, like holy shit. Did you bring the shadow man, your friend? No, he's not my friend. He's not my friend, but that was one of the experiences, like, you know, third party, you know, stares at me like, I guess she was looking behind me, I guess, because I guess this thing was stalking me. I guess he rode the elevator with me and I didn't even know it. Creepy. But that's not where the story ends. I was there for 2 years. And originally I did, you know, mornings. They moved me to, I think, 3 to 11s. Then, funny story, ended up being overnights.
We'll talk about that one later.
That's the reason for overnights is a totally different subject, and it ended up working out for the spooky stuff. But okay, so the shop, my office was basically in the parking garage. Everything was above us, so basically the basement. Think of it as the basement. And it would be like 9. It actually was going through all parts of the day, really. I couldn't really trace the time, but like it was really creepy when it happened at, you know, midnight, 1 in the morning, which is me and the night auditor. That's it. Nobody's on the first floor lobby. No one's playing pool. It's freaking quiet ass night. Nobody. And you would hear it sounds like someone wearing high heels walking the ceiling. Another thing that's creepy about that is you're talking like 5-6 foot of concrete between floors. Like, it's thick concrete. It's not like wood floors. You're like, oh, those my neighbor's being noisy again. So it's kind of a weird noise to experience. Then you would get sounds of what sounds like a pool ball hitting the floor. I don't know if anyone's ever heard a pool ball hit the floor. Donk, 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 donk. All the fucking time. All the time. You it happens so much you would just be used to it. It just, no, someone's, and then I remember when I first heard it, I would run up to see like someone was playing pool, and nobody was playing pool. In fact, we didn't even have a pool table.
You didn't even have a pool table?
Didn't have a pool table. Yeah, no pool table. Well, maybe someone's dropping weights in the weight room, but the weight room's empty. There's nobody in there. It actually had its own lingo, but I can't get into that. But yeah, there was no pool table, but it sounded like a pool ball hitting the floor. But there's no pool.
Did any of the guests complain or say they heard anything, saw anything?
We'll get to the guest experience in a second.
Okay.
So yes, to answer your question, I've had guest complaints about spooky stuff. Not particularly the pool ball incident, because you could hear it from the basement. I don't think people on the actual floor could hear it. So it's kind of a weird experience. Could it be rattling pipes? Maybe, but I don't know. It was a distinctive sound kind of thing, and it happened frequently enough that you're like, okay. So another incident before I get into actual guest experiences with it was the service elevator would die all the time. Like, I'd gotten stuck in that elevator more than I can count because they didn't really do anything to it. But it was always weird. It was always weird. Like, why is this elevator always the one going out? Well, I've done a little research. You guys ready to get creeped out a little bit? I found an article in the Tucson Citizen. Hands, if you remember that newspaper. That's old as shit. Put your hands up. Sorry. Once again, distracted. In a good way. But I read an article. There was a guy. I guess he ran a yellow light or did and he freaked out. The cops pulled him over, and there's like a office building like adjacent across the street from, not like across like the big street. It was like a little alley. He bailed out his car, ran down, and at the time this was a four. It wasn't a loft. It was an older. It was before the remodel. So the basement, like the housekeeping office, was actually open. Like you could get to it. At the right as it is now, it's closed off, but you have to go through the door, secure and shit. Well, anyway, this guy was scared or whatever. Maybe he had other charges. I don't remember the full details, but he ran down the basement, got to the service elevator of the hotel, and started shooting at the cops.
Oh my gosh.
And the cop shot him right there on the spot. 7 times. They say he died at UMC, but I'm not convinced. I'm thinking he probably died at the elevator. So there's a little linkage there. Kind of put that a little bit. I don't know what you guys think about that. Put that together. Then I was with the security guard. We were doing an exterior perimeter. We were checking the outside. There's one stairwell. If you're heading like west towards like Cole on Speedway or whatever, and you can see the squares of the stairwell that's lit up. Well, we see this like guy in a hoodie, it looked like, going like walking these stairwells. And like it's kind of weird. And he was like just floating around one. And we were close. We hopped the elevator. I'm like, let's go above him and watch down. Mm-hmm. Well, we caught him. We caught this hooded figure. And there's like a double door. So you go through one door, goes into that little vestibule, goes into another door, from the stairwell into the hallway. Mm-hmm. And you can hear him close. I hear him go through one. So he's like, okay, he's in the vestibule now. But we don't hear the other door close or open. So we go, all right, this guy's camping out, We got to get, we go down because we were just like right above him. Open the door, nobody's there. And then we open the other door and check the hallways, nothing. Nobody there. So that one was kind of creepy. Yeah, we were both like, what? What did we just see? And then, you ever feel like machinery would like be haunted or like manipulated or?
All the time.
Do you know how elevators work? Like if somebody stands in front of it, like it doesn't close and starts making that. Okay, so the security guard calls me. He's like, dude, come look at the elevators. It's in the basement, and normally the guest elevators don't really mess. They're like new. I can see the guest elevator is on the basement floor, wide open, beeping, but there's nobody there. Weird. And eventually just stops and goes back to normal. So we start watching the footage. I go in the security with the security guy, and we were watching the cameras. I'm like, look, it's doing it again. This time it's got people on the elevator, and people are like pushing buttons trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. I'm watching them struggle, and finally does it again. So this becomes like all of a sudden it just wants to camp out in the basement and act like somebody's standing in front of the door. So the next time the elevator guys were there, I asked them, I said, hey, is it normal for this elevator to just randomly come down and start buzzing and like stay open and nobody's there? Like nothing. No, we didn't program those to have a stand open mode. Some elevators will have a certain floor they'll open at and like vent. Uh-huh. This one, I guess, wasn't programmed for like that. And they couldn't. I showed them a video because I took a video of the security footage. Like I just recorded it. Uh-huh. Just to like, show them. My purpose is to show them to kind of debunk it or figure out what the fuck's going on, because that's weird. They couldn't explain it. Like, that's not... We don't know why it would be doing that. So that's kind of a weird one. So obviously this place has got a little history.
Yeah, unknown passengers too.
Come to find out, there were some employees who worked at the original building, like the University Plaza, I think is what it was called. And apparently there's just one room. There's a reason the top floor... Have you ever noticed how the top floor on there is like a little bit wider than the rest of them? Next time you drive by it, look at the top floor. Like, the window sticks out further than the rest of them. It has like that shape and it comes out. It's because it used to be a balcony.
Oh.
They just built it to the end of the balcony instead of... Because obviously it's concrete, but... Well, there's a particular room. I'm not going to disclose the room. That someone hung themselves in. And that same room, someone jumped off the balcony. So this room's got like this... And I found that out from yeah, it's that room. It gets weirder, though. Okay? It gets weirder. And it more validates that somebody's there. I was in a guest room taking care of a service call. And the guy had like a haunted tombstone paranormal shirt. And I was like, oh, dude, you do the haunted tours? And he's, yeah, man. And he's like, you should totally stay in blah, blah, blah room, which is that room. It's totally haunted. I'm like, really? I can't tell him, like, I already know, like, kind of the shit's happened in that room. But I'm like, okay. Tell me about what happened. He's like, someone touches the bed. You'd be by yourself and someone will push on the bed.
And was this coincidence that he was there, or was he there doing his own investigation since he...
Oh, he was just there. He was just there, like, touring.
Oh, my goodness.
Or he was a frequent visitor to Tucson. He was in Tombstone and did the tour there, and he's into the paranormal, but he just happened to also stay in that room.
Wow.
He was in a different room at this time when he told me.
Mm-hmm.
But he told me, you guys should totally stay in that room. A guest tells me to stay in that room because someone touched the bed. And I'm already going to my head going, that's the room that someone jumped off of. That's the room someone hung themselves in. That's the room I've seen the TV turn itself off on. Okay. Maybe there's something here. Wait for a pattern to arise. A couple weeks later, a lady and her daughter comes running out of the room. So we need a new room. Someone's touching the bed. I think I've heard like three different people complain about the same thing.
And when they say touching the bed, is it just like they shake it, or
No, like,
is it like imprinted?
Yeah.
Like, someone sits next to it?
like pushes on the bed, I guess. Is that creepy?
It is creepy.
And they have the history behind that. Really weird. The footsteps I talked about guest experience there. Talked about the guy in the stairwell. Yeah, I mean, that was, for a modern hotel, it's got a little history to it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like demonic, but...
That whole area, though, like the University of Arizona, 4th Ave, downtown, they're all like in conjunction with these haunts and stuff, and just all the history that's gone down there, and some of the battles and fights, and just, a lot of stuff's happened down there.
U of A is pretty haunted.
Oh, yeah. It's probably one of the hauntedest places in Tucson.
Pioneer Hotel, when it was a hotel, now it's a business building. From the, the fire. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I'm totally waving the microphone right now. It's pretty funny. Stephanie doesn't know what to do with it. Or does she? Speaking of Stephanie with the microphone, what are you talking about tonight?
Well, today I thought I was going to talk about a little bit of cryptozoology and some stuff that I know about here in Arizona.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you got?
So I heard this story. I don't know how true it is, but it was someone that I used to know a long time ago. But they were...
Somebody I used to know.
Exactly. If we could play that song now, it'd be perfect. But
Sorry
no.
for myself singing, everybody. Totally random.
But no, he used to go fishing a lot. He grew up fishing, loved fishing, all this stuff. And he wasn't from Tucson. He was actually from like Morenci, Clifton area, which is what we're going to talk about a little bit today. But, you know, there's a lot of places to go fishing, especially because you have the Gila River to go there and stuff. Well, I guess when he was a kid, you know, him and his dad went on a fishing trip. And, you know, the sun can get to you and everything. So they decided to go underneath the tree, kind of take a nap. Water's still running there by them. And he woke up because he heard something, you know. He heard, like, something hit, like, a tin can. And, you know, he said he was, like, 10, 11 at the time. And he woke up because he could hear stuff, like, hitting the ground or hitting objects. And then as he started to open his eyes, he realized something hit him. And he realized there were, like, these little rocks or pebbles or something. And so this obviously got his attention. So he wakes up. And
well, yeah, if someone's throwing rocks at me, I think it's going to get my attention.
But thing is, when he wakes up, there's something staring at him. So depending what part of the river you're in, sometimes the grass can get pretty tall. But something was staring at him, and as soon as he realized this and made eye contact, the thing tried to hide in the brushes and just kind of ran away from it. He described it as like this big creature, like almost like a Bigfoot. And so he said that, you know, he didn't really get a good look at it other than that it was playful. It was trying to get its attention. He tried to wake up his dad. His dad didn't wake up right away. And so his dad said, "Oh, you just saw Mogi."
Mogi.
Mm-hmm. So, did you know Arizona has a Bigfoot?
Yeah, you all know Arizona's got a Bigfoot.
I didn't know that.
Mongolian
Mogi. So this Bigfoot, once again, likes the Clifton area. If you ever been to Clifton, it's an old mining town. It's a pretty cool town if you ever go through it. But, you know, this goes up to, like, Alpine, White Mountains. You know, in the past, you know, it was described to be tall, 7 feet tall, maybe even bigger, reddish. Kind of like the Bigfoot description in terms of, like, skunk-like, musky odor. Playful in terms of throwing rocks to get people's attention or just to explore a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah. But, you know, being that we're in Arizona, a lot of times people are like, "Oh, you just saw a bear, you saw an elk, mountain lion." But these types of animals aren't very playful in terms of throwing rocks or anything like that. So makes you wonder.
I've never heard of a bear throwing rocks at people.
Wouldn't that be something?
Oh, that's a Bigfoot.
But, like, I don't know,
I learned this from my distant cousin, Mogi.
But doing
My brother.
some research on this, did you know Arizona used to have grizzly bears?
Really?
We used to have grizzly bears up until, like, the 1900s, and, like, the last sightings of grizzlies were, like, 1930s. I guess they got chased upward. Right? That's what I thought first. I guess they got chased out of here. So there's been, like, some debate, like, maybe they saw a grizzly or they saw a bear or something like that. But, like, the first recorded sighting was, like, 1903.
Damn.
Yeah. And it was, like, in the Arizona Republican.
Whoa. AZ Republic put it in, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty intense. I want to know what people are thinking. Oh, you must have saw a bear. It must have been a bear. Bear throwing rocks at me?
Right.
What is this, Yogi Bear? And it's going to come after my picnic basket? Distract me by throwing some rocks? Maybe it tells you about the times then, people.
Yeah, it could be. Could tell you. There's all that peyote, too. I'm just kidding.
Whoa. That's some intense stuff.
Yeah.
Not that I would know.
Yeah, so it just makes you wonder, what do we really see? What do we really encounter?
You know, it's hard to say.
It is hard to say.
Look at our times now. COVID's messing up a lot of things for people.
Definitely.
COVID is its own entity now. Isn't that sad?
It is kind of sad. It's become the new norm, you know? Social distance, wear a mask before you come in. People driving wear masks. I saw this lady driving with, like, Ziploc bags around her hands. I was like, I don't think she had gloves, you know? But imagine driving with Ziploc bags. But, you know, I see people driving with masks, everything with masks.
Anyways, Bigfoot in Arizona.
Yeah.
Mogi.
Mogi.
There's a lot of tales about Mogi.
Yeah. Do you know any?
I've heard.
Maybe we should go out there.
Rocks getting thrown at people.
Maybe we should go out there and throw some rocks. Just
Throw it at Mogi. Hey Mogi, you want to play some catch? Fetch, boy. We're gonna train him. Put him on a leash. This is my pet, Mogi. Imagine people's looks.
Just bring a Bigfoot with you.
Did you capture a Bigfoot, put a collar on his ass, and put him on a leash? How much beef jerky did that take?
You know what? I really miss those commercials. Do you remember those
Sasquatch,
commercials?
yeah.
Messing with Sasquatch?
Sasquatch,
Yes.
yeah.
I think those were the best.
Those are freaking
I need to
hilarious.
bring those back.
Yeah. So easy a caveman could do it. They should bring those back too. Geico. Settled with the lizard.
Lizard's kind of cute.
Yeah, we'll give him that. Yeah, anyways, imagine walking around in public. He's a service animal. What does he do to help you? Well, if somebody threatens to kick my ass, I just have him eat him. He's my bodyguard.
So Bigfoot would be the service animal, huh?
Can you imagine that shit?
Can't go anywhere without my Bigfoot.
Get in the car, Mogi. I know you gotta squeeze. It's only little Fiat. It's like putting clowns in a car. You'd be like, "Mm." He's my own personal Chewbacca, okay? Fuck off. He's my friend.
The traveling Chewbacca.
I even put a belt on him.
I did see Chewbacca earlier this year. I went to Disneyland. And they
Yeah?
just had Chewbacca rocking around. I was so excited.
Rumor has it you do a good Chewbacca impression.
I have been able to do a good Chewbacca impression. Unfortunately, it involves tequila.
You heard it here first, folks. Not only does tequila make someone's clothes fall off, but I guess it makes you sound like Chewbacca, too.
Put some hair on that chest.
Well, is that where that came from? Gosh, I'm sorry, guys. This is kind of just free flow in this conversation, and you know what? I think it'd be kind of badass to have like Bigfoot as your like pet, like.
I totally go for it.
But can you imagine the cleanup? Do you train him to go outside, or do you train him to use the toilet?
I train him to use the person across the street's house.
Oh God, here comes Mogi again. You must need to use the bathroom. Susan, get the bathroom ready. Mogi's coming. I'm on it. There's my terrible impression for the night, but yeah, why wasn't the neighbor's house?
The one that always comes over.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I have this neighbor. You know, she lives behind us, but she just like comes over, looking at my roses. Asking for
Creepy.
people that don't live here.
What's the name?
Can't disclose her name.
No. Who was she looking for?
Oh, Cletus.
Cletus, if you hear this.
Someone named Cletus.
If you hear this, somebody's looking for you, Cletus. They're coming to get you, Cletus.
Seriously, she's come over like 3 or 4 times now.
Just got her on camera.
I have her on camera, looking at my roses, coming on her little moped, looking for Cletus. Meep, meep. I think she's senile though, so I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
She did call the cops on us because the music was loud one Halloween.
Damn it, Cletus, turn your music down. It's too loud over there,
It's only
Cletus.
8 o'clock at night.
Well, to a senile at 8 o'clock, it's like 1 in the morning.
She's always looking out her window. When you're watering, she's watching the water.
Look at all that water coming out of that hose. That's what she said. Damn it, there I went again. This has been a really interesting episode, folks, but I gotta say, I hope you guys got a laugh out of this one. It's kind of a good one to laugh at. But I like it. I like it a lot. A little too much? Is that what you said? You gotta speak up. I don't think the microphone can hear your sass.
Well, you have it in your hand. I can't follow your hand everywhere.
You heard it here, folks. I am tied up. Buy a microphone cable. Anyways, Mogi as a pet. What do y'all think? Do you train him to use your bathroom, or does he go in the backyard with the dogs? You probably don't want him in the backyard with your dogs, because one of your dogs may not return. My co-host is losing it.
And not in the backyard.
We're gonna have him shit in the front yard. He's gonna end up on my motorcycle.
Imagine how much the house insurance would go up saying that you have.
So you got an extra pet.
I have a Sasquatch-like creature.
What kind of pet is this? It's Mogi.
Garden Sasquatch.
He eats people, meat. I buy like 500 pounds of fucking beef at the store like every week for this thing. God, that'd be an expensive pet.
That would be an expensive pet. That would be a.
What vet would you go to? Well, yeah, obviously you could do it. But like, imagine going to like, my Mogi's sick.
My Mogi hasn't eaten.
Meanwhile, the receptionist lady you're trying to check in is run off, scared. She's warning the others in the back of the store to get the fuck out. Sasquatch is here. Hide the animals, cage them up. This guy just comes in with a fucking collared up Sasquatch. They probably shit in their pants. What? They're real? Are you serious? They're real?
To be determined.
To be determined.
I think when road trip is in order.
Yeah.
After this.
But what about
the wildfire?
what about breeding?
Breeding a Sasquatch?
Yeah.
I think they have their own breeding rituals. I wouldn't want to breed a Sasquatch.
But what if you took Mogi? Like now what? What if there's only 2 left? You took the partner with. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. Full disclosure: do not kidnap a Bigfoot and keep it as a pet. Bad idea.
Very bad.
Solve that problem. Sorry, my imagination went a little crazy there, but just picturing that. And then in 5 years, Sasquatch is going to learn how to drive. Imagine seeing that. You're like at a stoplight and you look over and his head's out the fucking sunroof because he's so big. That'd be like a double take, triple take. Sasquatch. It's a custom build. Car's like 10 feet tall, 30-inch rims. It's got to have a V10 in that bitch. It's got to move this heavy-ass animal around. It's going to have a subwoofer in the back because Sasquatch is going to like to pump the jams. He's going to be wearing sunglasses because, that's cool, but, those are custom made. He's going to be an expensive pet.
It's going to be a very expensive pet. He's going to have his own thing going.
Can you imagine just like looking at the one? Honey, do you see that? Is that a Bigfoot driving? And you know what?
2020, so everything can go now.
2020, anything goes.
You're going to have Sasquatch as our chauffeur.
Oh, he's driving for Uber?
They're going to be so scared of COVID, they're going to have
They're like, they look, looks like Mogi's going to be our driver today. Mogi's an interesting name. Oh my God!
What are his ratings?
3 stars.
Heavy foot.
Heavy foot, kind of hairy, needs personal hygiene. Looks like he may want to eat you.
I went, okay, so off subject, but back to California and Disneyland. When I went, I took an Uber, and the guy had incense just lit in his car, and you had the ambiance of like a spa, and the music was playing, but every time he turned, that incense stick would just like jiggle, and I was like, what if it burns one of us?
He's gonna clean up the ash after every trip.
Yeah, I guess so. He got it going. He got the music going. California Uber, they had it going on there.
I guess so. Get your Uber and get your 5-star spa treatment while you're in there. What kind of car?
I don't remember.
Wasn't like a Lincoln, was it?
No, it was dark.
It was dark. Because, color defines the car, apparently. It was a dark car.
It's a dark car.
Dark cars matter. I'm sorry, everything matters at this point, right?
Everything has to matter at this point.
We're made of matter. That's how the world was created, was matter. As a matter of fact, okay, I'm done with that pun now. All right. So we've defined. What if Mogi has to go to school? Okay, we're taking this too far. I'm sorry.
Well, a lot of us can't go back to school right now, so someone has to.
Mogi's gonna I don't get COVID. Mogi talks.
They're gonna be immune to COVID, so they're gonna take over the human population.
What would Mogi sound like with English? What? I like peanut butter sandwiches. Give me the steak.
He's probably just gonna eat that cow across the street.
Moo. Come here, Moo.
That's very caveman.
He's got out of the fence again. Oh, God. I've been attacked by a neighbor's dog before, but have you been attacked by your neighbor's Sasquatch? Oh, shit. Animal control, you got a whole other thing coming.
Then you'd never see them come by.
Haven't seen my neighbors in years. In fact, there's been like 5 of them. Move in and they move out pretty fucking quickly. Mogi moans at people. I don't know if it's a attention thing or like he's attracted or he's just really fucking hungry.
He's hungry.
Think so?
I think he's hungry.
Gosh, can you imagine that?
Down.
Can you imagine moving? Did those people got a Mogi, a Bigfoot for a pet? Are they dressing up in costume every day to freak us out? What the fuck is going on over there? It's gotta be a drug house. I swear to God, it's gotta be a drug house. It's a drug house, I swear. The fucker's out there every morning, taking a shit in the yard. The dogs are scared of him. He stinks. I think our home value is gonna go down because of that thing. Next thing you know, he's out checking the mail. What? He waves like a, I think he's saying hi. It was like, and if you don't say hi back, he throws a rock at you. Thanks, Mogi. Our neighbors are assholes. Do not say hi to them. He'll throw a rock at you.
Imagine if he showed up there to play ping pong.
Ping pong.
Whatever they play in the backyard.
People may have a pool table in the backyard. And I play. Takes a pool ball, fucking throws it at him. Bam! Imagine taking Mogi to a hotel. Yeah, I gotta check in. The front desk person would be like, manager? I think we're gonna have to put you in the presidential suite. There's gonna be a deposit on the room. Deposit? But he's not a pet, he's a service animal. Sir, he looks like fucking Bigfoot. He is Bigfoot. A Bigfoot. He's got big feet. Size 26 to be exact. Because I dress him in shoes.
You know what they say about people with big feet?
Don't go there.
They're gonna need big shoes.
Those have some shoes to fill. Why are we talking about Bigfoot in like real day like life? My God.
Right now,
We need some laughter in our world.
we do need some laughter.
It's 2 a.m. Mogi's hungry. He's teenaged. So what do the teenagers do when they're hungry at middle of the night? They sneak the snacks. I kind of feel bad for him. He probably bonk his head on some shit. Because, no house is designed for Bigfoot. He'd be crawling. Like, what the fuck's that noise? Do the house. Like, he can't sneak. He's too big. Hell, I wonder if the floor could even support him.
All that concrete? You said 6 layers of concrete?
Oh, what? At the hotel, maybe. But what about your house?
Definitely not this house.
He's gonna open the fridge door. He's gonna pick up the whole fucking fridge. You're gonna hear the doors like, oh fuck. That's the third door this week, Mogi. You know, like replacement doors in the back of the shed. You're gonna put another door on today. Because he keeps breaking this fridge. Because he wants a snack. And give him his own dedicated freezer.
No, my parents are selling a freezer.
Anyone interested for a freezer, please contact us via email. We may have a freezer that might fit your needs. Mogi, if you hear this, we got you, boo. All right, guys, we're going to conclude this episode because clearly we went southbound and we went down fast. The devil went down to Georgia looking for a soul to steal. Well, he found Mogi. Congratulations. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you in the next episode.
Good night.
Good night.